Good morning. We're going to go ahead and start off our briefing with Incident Commander Sean Kavanaugh with some opening comments.
Good morning. I don't know if some of you are aware or not aware, but yesterday on the Mendocino National Forest, I'm going to read a statement that was released last night. Officials from the United States Forest Service official in Mendocino National Forest were deeply saddened to confirm the death of a firefighter in the August complex. The incident took place yesterday. A second firefighter is receiving medical attention. What I ask is everybody to stand. Let's do a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Keep that firefighter and family in their prayers, please. You guys have a safe day.
Good morning. We'll go ahead and start the operational briefing. This is the operational briefing for the LNU Lightning Complex for September 1st, 0700 to September 2nd, 0700. My name is Jeff Wyndham, Plain Section Chief for Incident Management Team 2. I'd like to ask everybody to ensure your cell phones and radios are turned off and take any side conversations out of the building. This briefing is being broadcast on CDF TAC 27 as well as YouTube. You can find that link on the cover of your IAP. Like to also ask that everybody wear your masks and ensure social distancing. And with that, we'll start with the situational update, night operations, Landon Hack.
Hey, good morning. Over on the Myers and Division Alpha continues to be in patrol status and looking really good over there. On the Wall Bridge, lots of work going on the interior, mopping up and protecting the infrastructure that's still standing there. Down in Division Lima, targeting heavily interior smokes that are visible. Over on the East Zone, again, Zulu down around into Sierra is all in patrol status. Still receiving calls for service in and around the fire's edge and a little bit interior there. Tango, heavily engaged in mopping up that line that was fired a couple days ago. Still a lot of heavy work in there. Union is looking really good. The edge in here has got a lot of work done in there and it's calmed down pretty significantly. And then Victor and Whiskey was where most of the activity on East Zone occurred yesterday. Still cutting out some of the slop overs and some of the mosaic burning that didn't have line in it in both of those divisions.
For management objectives, we're going to provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times, ensure COVID-19 precautions and best practices are met at all times, protect property improvements and infrastructure, ensure coordinated, timely, and accurate release of public information, foster and maintain relationships with all cooperators and stakeholders, protect economic, natural, cultural, and heritage resources, and maintain fiscal accountability and keep costs commensurate with the values at risk. For Branch 10, we're going to keep the fire north of the Russian River, south of Kelly Road, east of Highway 1, west of Dry Creek Road. For Branch 20, 25, 30, and 40, we're going to keep the fire north of Highway 12, south of Highway 20, east of Highway 29, and west of the 505 and I-5. Now with incident weather, incident meteorologist Eric Kurth.
Good morning, everyone. Well, the northeasterly winds that we're expecting to pick up early this morning have arrived. We're getting gusts up to 36 miles an hour over at Knoxville Creek, and the relative humidity is down to 26%. So we're getting some really poor recoveries in the higher terrain up here over Whiskey, and we're extending that down through Tango later this morning. The winds are expected to peak late this morning and then gradually decrease later in the afternoon. we're going to see very low humidity levels, down 10 to 20%. It's going to be a hot day, 90 to the low hundreds. We're also going to see some clearing of the smoke that's been sitting over the area for several days, so that could give even more heating from the sun breaking through as well. There is a marine influence which will eventually kick in later in the day, so we'll see a switch to southwesterly late in the afternoon. For more details on our forecast, look at page 4 in your IAP. Thank you.
Hugh Scanlon, Fire Behavior Analyst.
Welcome to September 1st. So, hotter relative humidities into the low teens, gusty northeast winds all have some potential to affect fire behavior today. And then that northeast wind, as you get into the late afternoon, is looking to do a 180-degree shift to southwest. Not particularly strong, but that can also be a factor for you. So in the Knoxville area, we're showing the energy release component actually hitting about the 93rd percentile today. So you're above 90%, things are definitely looking like it's going to start popping. Probability of ignition today exceeds 90% in many areas. Potential for spot fires are very high. The smoke clearing is due to the strong wind, and so it may not clear in all portions of both of the fires, but you have probably going to have clear air in a lot of areas. So branch 10 over here in Walbridge, there's still a great deal of heat interior. Mostly what you're seeing is a fire that's kind of just skunking around a little bit, but there's still a lot of mop-up work to be done in there. We're not expecting to see that fire move very much, but there's still a lot of residual heat in there, and there will be a fair amount of work to do to be able to put that to bed. Moving over to the Hennessy fire, the infrared from last night shows a fair amount of heat in both branches 20 and 25, both along the lines and interior. Branch 20, the northeast winds are definitely going to give Division Tango Tango a test today. If they can get through today with those northeast wind conditions and the heat that they have out there, that sectional line is going to look really, really good. As you move into uniform, this area out here is also showing a fair amount of heat, also adjacent to some of those interior islands. So be aware you may have some interior islands start to flare up. And with these kinds of conditions, it's not impossible that you're going to end up ripping off a few acres in that process. As you move along into Victor, winds are going to be very favorable through most of the day to keep that fire capped down and heading back into the black where we want it. But again, you have the potential for wind shifts. There's also a great deal of unburned material out there. Expect to see some of that stand up and start to burn a little bit. Fortunately, it'll be burning toward the black, but you do have edges out here where it can get into some of those islands, and it may start those islands to be active as well. So be aware of that. Things will be favorable for whiskey, and as you go around into branches 30 and 40, you're still going to see that isolated heat working in there where you may have some calls for service just because things start picking up. For the aviation program, things will look really positive. We're expecting most of this smoke to clear out. The problem is with the gusty winds that may affect your operations. Page 5, fire behavior forecast revealed with your troops, and have a good shift.
Day operations, Chris Waters, and resource unit leader Kyle O'Neill with roll call and work assignments.
Morning, Kyle O'Neill, resource leader, team 2. For those of you listening or watching in the west in branch 10, your roll call will take place right after briefing in Santa Rosa. Starting off on the east, Charlie Blankenheim. Here. Branch 20, Spencer Andreas. Here. Division Sierra Tango Tango, Cody Parks. Here. Be known as Tango Tango in the field. For UU, we have a change. It'll be Kevin Ryan and Robert Clark, trainee.
Good morning. Here.
Branch 25, Bill Lopez.
Here.
Division Victor, another change. It'll be Matt Ryan and James Flint, trainee.
Here.
Division Whiskey, Derek Shepins.
Here.
Division Charlie Zulu, David Diggs.
Here.
Be known as Zulu out in the field. Branch 40, Bob Norbaum.
Here.
And Golf Kilo Mike, JC Greenberg.
Here.
be known as Mike out in the field. Contingency, Jim McDougal. Here. And Fire Suppression Repair, Jason Butcher. Here. Fire Suppression Repair East, Len Nielsen.
Here.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Good morning, everybody. Start with the Wallbridge Fire. Going to continue to mop up, patrol, continue to cut down hazard trees. We also want to try and track down any indirect line out here along the western side of this fire and get that to fire line suppression repair, and then start fire line suppression repair. Over on the Hennessy Fire, first operational priority for today is going to be trying to get this Victor Whiskey Union line tied in and get that cleaned up. And then also, second operational priority today is there's a lot of heat left down in Tango, and today with the weather that we have to make sure that we understand that we have the potential with these north winds to actually get new starts. So make sure you're monitoring the local frequencies, and we want to get on top of those as soon as we can, because there is a history in this unit of actually getting additional major fires as we're actually working here. So have a good day.
Air Operations Branch Director, Mike Deacon.
Good morning, everyone. Mike Deacon, Air Ops. Change on the map today, so we got H3 established over on the west side, and we're try to keep one Type 2 helicopter over on this side to support the Wallbridge incident. First thing this morning, flying packs out of 7M up to a new heli spot, H4, and that should get started right around 0900. We are down 3 aircraft today, one of each type. What's not noted on the 220 is one of the Type 2 6 Tango Victors out of service for today. And that's it for our operations. Have a good day.
Medical Unit Leader, Josh Clark.
Morning, thank you. Med-El trainee, Josh Clark. Just so you guys know, the MERT is out there for your crews, CalMat on the north side for anybody else, and they have all your needs with Poison Oak and everything else. Queen of the Valley is open, so down in Napa, that'll be your closest ER. Ambulances are strategically placed throughout the fire. Please take the time to review with your crews the IWY, as well as any other things you may need. I have reference cards if you need them. Continue washing your hands. Remember that the greatest wealth is your health, so be safe out there. Thank you.
Communications Unit Leader, John McCormick.
Good morning. No change in the comm plan today. Continue monitoring your air to ground. If you're in the west zone, you're on CDF TAC 24. The east zone, CDF TAC 25. Like operations said, on page 33, we have the local IA response. So if you're tasked with going out to assist with them on any fires, just refer to page 33 and you'll have your frequencies. With that, have a safe shift.
Safety Officer Chad Thompson.
Good morning, guys. Unfortunate news that the incident commander had to give us news about a line of duty death. That is our worst nightmare. And that's why management objective number 1 is always our safety and civilian safety. I'm asking you guys to please slow down, drive defensively, stay engaged while we're doing mop up and patrol, the less glamorous work, and just pay attention to what you're doing. Our goal is to get you home safe. That's why we're doing this briefing. So just to recap some of the things I heard in this briefing, we're gonna have hotter, drier weather. The chance of spot fires, the chance of new fires is there. The chance of a fire outside the line. Please pay attention, stay engaged. Be ready for those new starts. In the comm plan, we have the LNU West, LNU East. Guys, take care of each other. Please make sure everyone gets briefed. Thank you.
DMOB Unit Leader Stan Atchison.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Just want to remind everybody a couple things about DMOB. So page 39 in your IEP is the DMOB instructions. Just take a look. There are 2 QR codes on the bottom, one for each base camp with specific instructions to that DMOB process. So to remind everybody again, if you're on the DMOB list, report to the camp that you've been reporting out of. If you're unassigned, please check the DMOB list. And then as always, please show up only at your scheduled time. Those are scheduled with each section that it impacts to get you out of here the most efficiently. So show up at your scheduled time with only one representative from each resource, and then always, of course, wear a mask. Thank you.
Training Technical Specialist Claudia Sousa.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Claudia Soiza. I am T2. I'm the training specialist. This morning, I want to talk to all the trainees that are assigned to this incident about accountability. Be accountable for your training assignment. I am on site right now, and I can help with any training needs that you might have. The most important part, if you're timing out, you must close out your training assignment in order to receive documented credit. I am located next to the IC trailer on the trailer park. I will be there all day. If you need to make an appointment, my phone number is listed on the IAP page 40. But when you come and see me, in order to not waste any time, bring your signed task book, your ICS 225, and the eval letter. I'll be there all day. Give me a call so we can take care of business. Thank you and be safe.
Public information, Jesse Gomez.
Good morning. If everybody can look at page 46 in your IAP, give you the updated information. Social media posts should all be ran through the PIO shop. Everybody's got their phones out and taking really good pictures. If you guys can funnel those through our the email on page 46. If anybody has any additional questions that aren't answered, there's an information line that's on there. We'll have a media update on Wednesday at 11 a.m. We have the lost and found in the PIO shop. Updated acreage, the Hennessy fires 317,909 acres, 68% contained. The Walbridge, 54,000 acres, 940 acres at 73% contained. And the Myers is 2,360 acres at 100% contained. Thank you.
IC Sean Kavanaugh. Few closing comments. Sonoma Camp will continue to support the West Zone with briefings and logistics. Unassigned resources with Kyle over here to my left. Cooperators meeting at 10, planning meeting at 1700. Operational briefing at 0700. Branch breakouts are along the walls here, starting at branch 20, moving across the room to branch 40 to my right, with fire suppression repair in the far left corner. Turn on your electronic devices and have a safe day.
Yeah, I think so.